6 months ago I started microneedling my donor area in order to bring some more pigment to my scars, so they look better than this. This is, by the way, the scars from a hair transplant. For some it looks better than for the others, and I'm unlucky there.
In your case, you're a bit unlucky there. Okay, you're not the norm.
This is why I decided to try microneedling and to see if they're gonna improve, visibility of my scars. Before starting this experiment, I went to the barber and I did a skin fade to see properly how my scars look like. I did a baseline video, pictures, and I started microneedling from there. And now it's been 6 months of doing it, and it's time to see the progress. How are we gonna do it? Let's go to the barber. Really hope this is gonna work, because it's gonna be a really good thing for a lot of people, for FUE Scars. Not necessarily everyone wants to do SMP, for example, myself. I'm not a really big fan, and if we can just improve just a tiny bit the scar tissue, will be already so much better. Okay, let's see. Hey, thanks man, thanks for doing it. Let's go.
But when did you do it? I don't even see them from here like that. Very, very slow light, very slow.
So what do you think?
I think there is some improvement here on the back.
What
Yeah.
kind of improvement?
The scars are not that visible,
Okay.
but yeah, I think it's on the back and on the sides. Looks like there is.
Looks like shit.
Yeah, not like shit, but I'm not really sure. Let's see what people think about it.
Yeah, let's write down in the comments, guys, what do you think? Let's see. By the way, I think the hairstyle looks pretty cool. A lot of people really enjoy this kind of hairstyle, but I personally think it has to be more on the side. But hey, let's go and analyze more. It's really difficult to see from the pictures, even though I took it with the same exact phone at the same place with the same kind of light condition. It's still slightly, overexposing or underexposing. And to be honest, in the pictures looks so much worse than it is actually in reality. Like, for example, if you zoom in here into this scar, this is my scar from my childhood. Like, it looks a bit lighter here than this one, but as well it just might be the color of the, exposure and everything of the picture. This scar over here as well, it's impossible to say from the pictures. You see, it's very so slightly kind of different colors. And especially from this angle, it's really, really big difference. Like, look how dark here is and like how bright this picture is. And it's definitely overexposing, so the scars look much whiter than in this area. Same goes when you're looking at this angle. Here is overexposed, here is underexposed, so it's unfair comparison. So what I realized is pretty much impossible to actually analyze, picture by picture. The closest what I notice is coming out from the videos, either taking outside or, directly in the barber. And if we put side by side these videos, it looks pretty much identical. Although what my barber said and what my friend as well noticed, that my scars, they are a little bit flatter. After my second surgery, Dr. Ferreira said,
And you see they turn very white, and they are slightly raised, so they are a bit proliferative. And there's something called keloid scarring. I'm not saying that's exactly what you have. You're not having those very raised and very obvious scars. Even though we use a very small quantities, you do have a bit proliferative scars. So it's slightly raised, it's slightly convex, and it's very, very white. And even though you're fair skinned, there is zero pigment in those areas, and it makes them very obvious.
and this is how my scars were looking like the first time when I was doing skin fade. And now what my barber said, that my scars look flat. They are not raised, therefore they look slightly smaller, less visible. Whether there is more pigment or not, it's very hard to tell. It's almost identical. Maybe there is a little bit, but it's nothing substantial to the point that it would be worth doing. For me personally, I think yes, it didn't improve much, if any, in terms of pigment, and that's actually what I was after while doing microneedling. But what I didn't expect is that my scars kind of like deform in a good way. Simply because they got flatter to the skin, they're creating less appearance of scarring. A lot of people said my scars looks huge and it looks like my surgeon was using 1mm punch or whatever, while in reality he was just using 0.8, 0.85mm, like a really standard one. Usually people getting much smaller looking scars than in my case, and this is the reason, because my scar was slightly raised. Now they appear slightly smaller, which I'm happy. Can this actually work on FUE scars? According to the evidence, it improves any scars anywhere in the body, so it's supposed to work as well. So there's three possibilities. Either I didn't give it enough time, meaning I need to do it for longer, for possibly 1 year. Maybe I would need to do it more often, not just every 2 weeks, but maybe once a week, and potentially adding something on top of it, like some creams or peptides. Or what Dr. Ferreira suggested is to start microneedling earlier while the scars are developing, meaning just 1 month after the surgery I could potentially start doing it. And the reason I decided to wait 6 months, simply because I really don't care that much about my scars. I don't want to potentially make it worse. Maybe my donor gonna suffer while still recovering from the surgery, so I didn't want to take these chances. But if you are willing to experiment and try it, maybe even on a slight small patch somewhere, give it a go and let me know in the comments down below. How did it go? Now I want to hear your thoughts. Do you want me to keep doing microneedling on my donor for another 6 months and reassess again? Or you think it's just not worth the time and effort? And anyways, it was worth a shot, and personally I believe there is some potential to this kind of, treatment, but we need to find out more about what to add, when to start, and how exactly to do it. For now, I'm gonna be enjoying this new hairstyle, and I cannot wait to go back to work on Monday and see people's faces like, what the